John Candy, I Like Me is a 2025 American documentary film directed by Colin Hanks and is a portrait of the life of the Canadian actor John Candy. If you're a fan of John Candy, I mean, who isn't, right? This is the documentary for you. I was really engaged throughout this entire film. I thought that it was well made, incredibly well directed, and I really enjoyed all of the interviews from the people that knew him. Everybody had very positive things to say about the man. It's rare when an actor doesn't have any cloud, any negativity towards him. I like that about John Candy. He was just so larger than life, and he did fantastic films. He has not so good films in his filmography for sure, but overall, I think that he was always at the top of his game every time. Like, I never saw a John Candy movie where he phoned it in. I don't think that it exists. Maybe the movie was bad, but he is always great in that film. And yeah, this movie I really enjoyed. I learned a lot more about John Candy than I knew before watching it, and that is the purpose of a documentary, is when you learn more about the person that it's based on. I was really floored by this film. I thought that it was just an interesting take on John Candy, and I didn't know that he died during production. He died during the making of Wagons East, which is a movie that bombed at the box office and was not well received. And I'm surprised that it bombed, because I thought more people would check it out, especially after John Candy's death. It's his last movie, but here I guess nobody was interested in seeing this movie. The comedy was pretty old, and the comedy just didn't hit as much as they expected it to. In the movie, John Candy says that he sometimes picked the wrong projects, and he wasn't always picking the right ones. And I think that's true to most actors. Maybe you pick a project and you believe that it's the right film for you, but it ends up being not so great. It feels like he knew when the movie was going to be gold and when the movie was not going to be so good. I think most actors know from the script. But yeah, the saddest part of this movie is that he was seeking treatment and he was trying to lose weight, but then Hollywood said that he should stay fat. And to me, I think that is just a tragedy. And Hollywood isn't always going for the best interest of the people that is working for them. And like the studios, they don't really care sometimes about people, and they just care about making money. And here, John Candy was sadly just, I think, mistreated by the system, and he died, unfortunately, way too young at age 43, and he deserved more, in my opinion. He made so many people happy with his films. He made so many people laugh that I think he should have lived longer. He should have had a complete life. He would probably still be alive today if he had just gone to the gym and lost all his weight. And yeah, I think that it's the saddest part of this movie for sure, that he just didn't get the treatment that he should have. And I think he could have still been funny. I was saddened to hear that. He shouldn't have died this young. I was also surprised to learn that John Candy suffered from anxiety attacks and that he was seeing a psychiatrist. And he was I guess, very stressed about the job. And I'm sure that he's not the only actor that suffers from anxiety attacks. He probably wasn't the only one. There's a bunch of celebrity cameos here, like Tom Hanks, Conan O'Brien, Catherine O'Hara, Bill Murray, Christopher Columbus, Macaulay Culkin, Mel Brooks, Steve Martin, and many others. And I was really just interested in hearing what they all had to say about John Candy. And I like the story. It's not in the documentary, but I like the story of Macaulay Culkin. He said that John Candy would often call him because he knew that Macaulay's dad was a dick, and he wanted to make sure that Macaulay Culkin was all right and that he wasn't being mistreated. I think that is just really a beautiful story. So it's a story that you want to hear from your heroes, and I feel like John Candy was a genuine hero. He was a legend. He was one of the funniest guys of the 1990s for sure. I just love seeing him on screen, and I miss him. I miss him in movies. I miss the guy. And here are my top five best John Candy movies. I haven't seen all of them, but I have seen a lot of them. So, without any particular order, here are my top five. Home Alone is one. Home Alone is a movie that I watch every Christmas, and I love every time John Candy pops on screen. Even though it's more of a extended cameo, he's not a main character, but I love his sequences in the film. Next movie is Who's Harry Crumb. It is one of my favorite comedies. It feels a lot like Naked Gun, but it is just an entertaining and really hilarious comedy. Next one is Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck, I think, is just a heartfelt film. I love the performances in it. Macaulay Culkin is wonderful. I love the scene where he keeps asking John Candy questions. Next up is Cool Runnings. Cool Runnings has always been one of my favorite sports comedy films that I've seen. It is really a fantastic movie. I love the Jamaican bobsled theme. Even though it's loosely based on the story, I think that the movie is fun and entertaining, and I love John Candy in the film. The last one on this list, number one, is Plane, Trains, and Automobiles. It is a classic John Candy movie for a reason. It is one of the best ones out there, in my opinion. Just really an entertaining movie, and he's done a lot of them. He's done a lot of movies, done a lot of great movies. I'd give this movie a B plus. It's a fun and engaging documentary, and I knew a lot more about John Candy after watching it, and I still missed him. He is just a legend. Let me know what you thought about John Candy. I like me down in the comments below, and please like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.